Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The Watch Your Opera House in Watch Your, Iowa is hosting Heartache Tonight, a tribute to the Eagles, this Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. A Heartache Tonight performance is filled with moments designed to thrill classic rock fans. With songs like Seven Bridges Road, Life in the Fast Lane, Take It Easy, and Heart of the Matter, you can close your eyes and you'll swear you're hearing the real thing. Tickets are $35. You can purchase at the door or online at watchyouroperahouse.org. It's this Saturday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Heartache Tonight, a tribute to the Eagles at the Watch Your Opera House. Bras for a Cause 2025 is Saturday, April 12th at the Carl Craft Civic Center in Hedrick. Dinner is provided by Bubba Q's at 4:30. There's a free will donation, plus a silent auction from 4:30 to 9 p.m. And of course, the live bra auction starts at 6 p.m., modeling by the Hedrick Volunteer Firemen. All proceeds to benefit our local communities. For more information about Bras for a Cause 2025, contact Lori Hornback at 641-777-4252. Jim and Janice Hoyleman will be having their 50th wedding anniversary open house on Sunday, March 30th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Keokuk County Extension Office at 22400 220th Avenue, Sigourney, Iowa. Come celebrate the 50th wedding anniversary with the open house for Jim and Janice Hoyleman at the Keokuk County Extension Office in Sigourney on Sunday, March 30th. Keokuk County Veterans Affairs recognizes Saturday, March 29th as Vietnam War Veterans Day. We remember those who served. Keokuk County Veterans Affairs will be here when you need us. Find them on the ground floor of the Keokuk County Courthouse. Call 641-622-2761 or email Michelle Herman. Regular office hours are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday 8 to 2, Wednesdays 8 to noon and 1 to 3, and Friday from 8 to noon. We remember those who served in the Vietnam War on Saturday, March 29th. And a good morning. Time for the sports section. We are live here at Barn Wired at 119 East Marion in downtown Sigourney on the south side of the square. On what's going to be another warm Saturday. Might have some rain later on. We welcome you in. Stop into Barn Wired for some coffee, some breakfast to get you going on a Saturday morning. Well, my name is Steve Shuttler, and usually we have Jenny Hobbs in to host our sports section during the spring months. But hey, Hobbs is a little bit under the weather this morning, so I'm going to be hosting from behind the camera today. You're not going to see me. You're just going to hear my voice. We're just going to see our guests here on the screen, and we've got the Sigourney Keota soccer coming up. We've got Pekin boys track coming up, but we're going to start with the Pekin girls track team, and we've got Coach Idle with us. Coach, who do we have with us here this morning from the girls track team?
Well, I got three of my best. On the left here is Anna Hadley,
okay,
state champion in the shot last year, and probably maybe can win 2 events this year in the state. My all-around runner, Maddie Petrin, anything from the half, the quarter, the 200. And the last one, our distance runner, Callie Deitchley.
All right, and you guys are looking like you're ready to talk today and have some fun here on the sports section. Not much response there. All right, we're gonna get going. How long has track officially kicked off yet? Have you had your first meet, or when is your first meet?
We've had our third meet.
Oh,
We've
really?
Had
All right.
2 indoor meets. Last Thursday was our first outdoor meet.
Okay.
Then we go right into 2 more next week. So we're got off to a real good start. So
okay,
things have gone good, well.
Yeah, you're like I said, I'm complete for our viewers and our listeners. I am totally 100% unprepared for this interview today. So my apologies in advance. So what was the weather like for your outdoor track meet?
Pretty good. We got down to Davis County, and I suppose 55 degrees.
Oh, nice.
Hardly any wind, so things went well down there. It was fun.
How much does the weather factor into outside track meets during the spring?
It depends on who you talk to. Used to go, kind of old school. We'd run in snow, wind, anything. But no, our kids this year, we get off the bus. Doesn't matter. They get ready to go, regardless of what it's like.
Coach, how long have you been doing this track thing? Just a couple of years?
61.
Oh, just 61.
Right.
Have they built a statue of you yet at Pekin?
I don't think so. I'm still low on the totem pole there at the school.
And I do have to ask, and then we'll focus more on the girls here. Is there an Iowa High School Track Hall of Fame, and are you in it?
There is one, and I am in it.
All right. Okay. I was wondering about that this morning. That's one of the things I thought about. When did you get inducted?
Well, I know my dad was inducted in 1980, and I think I was 1992.
Okay.
So
all right.
That's kind of special.
Yeah, it definitely is. So girls. So Anna, of course, you've had a lot of success. What are your events for those of our viewers and our listeners that aren't familiar?
Yeah, I throw shot put and then discus.
Okay, and which one did you win the state title in last year?
So last year I won it in shot and got runner-up in discus, and then freshman year I won discus and then got third in shot.
All right, so you've won it in both, but not in the same year.
Yeah.
Is that the goal for this year?
Yeah, that's the goal.
All right. And what class are you guys in? Are you 1A?
Yeah, we're 1A.
1A. Okay. All right. What's it take to for training and stuff on more of the strength stuff in track? How do you get prepared for throwing?
So I do the school's lifting program, so I lift heavy and just do the workouts they have, and sometimes I do workouts that are mainly focused on throwing, whether it's a certain arm to strengthen it. It's really anything.
Okay. And is Clint Weber in charge of that?
He is in charge of it, but we do have a second teacher, and mine is Mr. Hasley, and he's great.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, they're obviously doing their job with you. Who's some of the main competition out there in the state as far as the throwing events?
So my main competition is Lydia Kriegel, because she was the one that beat me last year.
Okay.
There's a couple new ones coming up that are sophomores that can throw pretty much the same as me. I don't remember their names, but there's some good competition this year.
Yeah. Where's Lydia Kriegel go to school at?
I believe Iowa Valley.
Okay. All right. So some good area competition in track. How have things been going so far for you this year with the 3 track meets?
So far, I'm undefeated, so we're going to hope it stays that way.
Yeah, awesome. Let's move on down the road here. What's your name once again?
Maddie Petrin.
I know I saw you in basketball. We did several basketball games. So, Maddie, again, what events do you take place in or take part in?
I run 8s, 4s, and 2s usually.
All right. For people that aren't familiar with track, what does that mean? Are those short distance events? Educate us.
An 800's like medium distance, and then a 2 and a 4 is a sprint.
Okay. All right. And again, like preparation-wise, how do you get ready? What kind of training do you do for that?
Davis Idle's workouts work pretty good.
All right.
They're tough, but they help us a lot.
Is he tough on you in practice?
Yes.
All right. Right. Well, that's good. He cares when he's tough on you. Coach, would you agree on that? What kind of practice? What are practices like for Pekin?
Oh, our best workout is this, called 3 times 3 plus 1.
All right.
We run a quarter, rest 90 seconds, run a quarter, rest 90 seconds, run a quarter, rest 90 seconds. Get a 5-minute break. We do that 2 more times, and when they're done, they come back. The one, they have to run as fast as they can for a quarter. So that's a good workout.
Yeah,
They're short, but these are the 2 runners here and Anna, excellent workers, so don't have to worry too much about it.
Awesome. Let's give the microphone down here, and what's your name once again?
Callie Deitchley.
Callie. All right, and what are your events that you take part in?
800s in the mile.
800s in the mile. So how long? What is the longest distance that you that a track athlete would run?
The 2 mile.
Okay. All right. So kind of same question. How do you prepare, and how do you get ready for a track meet?
Davis Idols workouts.
That sounds like the easy answer, Coach.
Well, we put on the board in the morning what they run, but sometimes we change our mind, and they never really know. This is what's fun. They never know what they're going to run from one day to the next in
Okay.
workouts, and might
Change
be on
it
the
up a little bit.
road, Sigourney Golf Course, on the track, but they're effective, and they work hard, and it gets good results.
Okay. Now, do any of you ladies run the long distance stuff with like cross country, or all right? So you're runners at heart. Do you prefer track or do you prefer cross country for those that do both?
Track.
Track, okay.
Track.
All right. See, I've said this on the program before that when I was in high school, I avoided running at all costs. I actually started running long distance stuff when I turned about 40 years old, which makes no sense. But yeah, that's just kind of crazy. Do you guys enjoy running? All right. So, well, that's good. What do you do? All right, so the three of you, what do you do? We'll give you the old standard question here on the show. Do you guys listen to any music to get you pumped up? Do you get, before you get into a track meet, what gets you in the right frame of mind?
For me, I just make sure my arm's warmed up and then get some practice throws in to make sure I'm top notch. I don't have a specific routine at all.
Okay. How about you guys?
I listen to music before the meet.
And what kind? What are you listening to?
White girl music.
What? I don't know what that means, and I'm not going to ask. Go ahead. What do you?
I sleep.
You sleep. All right. And then you just wake up and run. All right. So let's go to the question of, is it better to wake up and just run and get it over with, or do you prefer to maybe wake up, eat maybe a little bit of a breakfast, and then get your workout in?
Just wake up, eat, then run.
Okay. You don't want, because I've always heard, wake up and just get to it before you actually mentally and physically wake up and just get into it. So interesting stuff. All right. So before we went on the air today, I did Google questions to ask about track. So let's ask this one. Do the shoes that you wear really matter as much as people say? Are track shoes, how important are track shoes?
For throwers, they're important in my opinion because you use throwing shoes, which the bottom is completely smooth, so you can spin through the circle without getting caught, and it helps you throw.
I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Track spikes do help me.
Spikes, okay.
Track spikes.
Are there any certain brands of shoes that you guys prefer? Maybe you'll get a NIL deal out of this.
Brooks or Nike.
Okay, that's what you like.
Yep.
Nike.
All right. How about you, Anna? Any preference?
I've never had a preference. I've only used Nike and Adidas, and if I had
Okay.
to choose, the Nike was better.
Okay. And then let's wrap this up with some overall goals, maybe individually for your team. What are you, obviously, Anna, I think we know what your goals are, but go ahead and state them there.
Yeah, my goals are to win shot and discus stake and win the Drake relays.
Yeah, awesome.
My goal for this team is to have multiple relays make it to state, and even if we don't, just make sure we work our hardest throughout the season.
Okay.
Make it to state.
Yeah, awesome. Coach, do you have any goals as a coach or as a team? What do you think?
Well, I always use this. First of all, we aren't real great at the first of the season, but we start slow. And I always tell the girls, tell this in class, where I teach and so forth. And if you want to go fast, you go slow. And we start slow, and then we're going to end up at the state meet and district meet fast. And it's worked pretty good through the years. And so the goal is just to like I said before, you have fun, which they have. Sometimes they might not agree. You work hard, and we never look back at the previous meets. So work hard, have fun, and never look back. And pretty soon it's going to be the end of May, and we should get good results.
And I should ask, what grade, I don't know if we mentioned, what grades are you guys in?
I'm a junior.
Okay.
I'm a sophomore.
All right.
I'm a sophomore.
Okay. So you got a pretty young team this year, Coach? Or do you have, who
yeah. We have 3 or 4 that we have some good individual events this year that we hope will get in the top 2 of the state. And as Maddie said, she wants to get some of the relays. We'll put them together and find out who can run what and go from there.
Okay. And did you want to shout out anybody else on the team that isn't with us this morning?
Well, we did have a good runner. Well, years ago, Gwen Wright, probably one of the best distance runners. And we had a girl this year beat her record Thursday night in the 3,000, Chloe Glosser.
Oh, yeah.
Girls, who else is? Go ahead.
Renee Eubanks, she is a really important role in all of our relays and the team, and she's just a positive aspect in every part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Casey Miller placed in the high jump in the state meet. We got a good freshman, Carly Gamble, and also Paisley Coleman won 3 events, really good down Thursday night for us. So those are 3 of them, plus we got a lot of other ones you don't hear too much about until probably the middle of the season or the end of the season.
All right. Well, again, this is Pekin Girls Track. Ladies, wish you the best of luck. Thank you for getting up early on a Saturday morning, and maybe we'll do this again later on in the track season. Again, that's Pekin Girls Track here on the sports section. Again, we're live at Barnwired in Sigourney. Hang tight here, Pekin Girls. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We've got Sigourney Keota Soccer coming up, and we'll also be chatting a little bit later on with Pekin Boys Track, so stay tuned. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Find your Iowa dream home with AE Realty in Montezuma. With unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise, AE Realty is the Montezuma real estate expert you've been looking for. Whether you're buying or selling, AE Realty can help you get the best deal. You can find AE Realty at 321 East Main Street in Montezuma. Call 641-623-2639 or online at www.aerealtyinc.com.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
Hey, welcome back. We are doing the sports section. We are live here at Barnwired in Sigourney, a great place to stop in on a Saturday morning, get some coffee, get some breakfast, get going on a Saturday. Let me adjust my camera here just a minute. And as we mentioned previously, Jenny Hobbs, our normal host, a little bit under the weather today. So I am your host. I usually just kind of sit back behind the camera and the microphones and control things, but I am hosting today. We are talking with Sigourney Keota Soccer. And guys, how we doing? Coach Holt in particular. Coach Holt, how are you doing? How is sleep at the Holt house right now? I know you just had a brand new addition to the family.
Yes, we are very excited. After 5 sons, we finally have a daughter. So Holt baby number 6 will be the last one. But yeah, Mom is good, and baby Renly is also doing good. So
yeah, well, that's good to hear. Yeah,
we came home yesterday. So
awesome. Well, congratulations on the new addition to the Holt family. So we've got Sigourney Keota Soccer players. I will let you guys introduce yourselves here in the front, and just share the mics between yourselves.
I'm Landon Greiner, and I'm a senior.
All right.
I'm Kaylee Montgomery, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Sophie Young, and I'm a sophomore.
And I'm Dakota Dodd, and I'm a junior.
All right, good to have you in. And coaches, we've got Alex Holt. What's your name?
Tim Schneider.
Yes,
and
Tim.
I'm not in school.
And we've had the coaches on before. I can't remember. I know we've had Landon on before for bowling. He was singing for us earlier this year on the sports section. Maybe we'll get some more music out of him. Kaylee, were you on for bowling?
Yeah.
All right, I thought you were on for bowling too. So, have you guys been on the show before? I can't remember.
For bowling.
All right. It's hard to keep track of all the people that come through on the sports section. But again, we're chatting with Sigourney Keota Soccer. So I know you guys, coaches, we'll start with you. We had you guys had a game or a what was it called? Scrimmage. That's I was drawing a blank. Scrimmage in Williamsburg, right? How'd that go? Tell us how that went.
Well, I'm going to let I was actually preoccupied at the time, so I'm going to let Coach talk about how it went. But
I mean, as far as scrimmages go, there was only one ref, and he did the best he could to get everything called. I think it went really well. They're a much larger school.
Sure.
They have a lot bigger pool to draw from. I think they lost 3 games last year total, I think. And at halftime, it was 2-0.
Okay.
And so, that's a pretty impressive outcome. That's kind of a win in our book right out of the gate.
Moral victory, yeah.
Yeah. No, so, it went well. Like I said, I was a little nervous going into it, but I'm a lot less so now after having seen the way we played that game. So, it turned out well.
Good. I was going to say, what are the facilities like up at Williamsburg? I know they got some money to spend up there.
I'm very jealous of where they get to play soccer. Yeah,
right.
It's incredible.
Awesome. So all right. So once again, we're chatting with Sigourney Keota Soccer players from your playing on the other night at the scrimmage. What are your thoughts coming out of that right now? What are your thoughts heading into this season as well? Whoever wants to chat, go right ahead. Be brave.
I'm excited for this season. We went really good against Williamsburg, and we're just all excited to play this season. It should be good.
All right. How about you two? We're gonna get some answers out of you two. You look like you don't want to talk too much, so we're gonna bring it out of you.
Well, we're both hurt right now, so
okay.
we didn't get to play.
Well, how'd you get hurt?
I did it playing soccer. I just hurt my hip, and
last June I broke my foot, and it's still all messed up. So.
All right. Well, all right. So before we go any further, I know, is Rihanna Utterback playing? And so maybe shout out some of the other players that aren't here today, but are some of the key players and some of the folks that are loyal to the team and come to practice every day.
Go ahead.
I was going to say our team captains, Addison Porcupile and Jackson Vitito, are both good additions to the team. They're both super positive, and they give good feedback and help other people on their team.
Okay.
Go ahead. Jump in real quick on the topic of team captains. Yeah, like you said, they're both very dedicated. They're both very skilled. They both have good vision on the field. We have one more captain to name, and that person also brings a lot of physicality to our team, and he's sitting right over here. His name's Landon Greiner. There you go, buddy.
Hey.
Surprise. We did it. We surprised him.
I did not expect
that.
Got him. Yeah, you said you wanted to get that in. You gave me the heads up that was going to happen, so congratulations, Landon. What are your thoughts on being named one of the captains there?
Well, last year I was a captain too. Last year was a rebuilding year, to say the least. We went 1-10, But this year, we definitely do not want to repeat that. And we look really good. I mean, coming into the Williamsburg scrimmage, I mean, they have been good forever. And giving up like maybe 5 goals compared to 20 last year, it's quite an improvement. I know other people won't see it as that, but I feel like we made tremendous strides from, I mean, my sophomore year, we were really good. I think we were an 8-4 team. That's when we had all the football players out for soccer, and we brought a lot of physicality, and we're trying to bring that physicality back to Sigourney Keota soccer.
Awesome. Well, let's see. I know you kind of put it in your pocket there. Let's see the little badge thing there, or what is that? What do the captains get?
It's a little armband that you put around your arm.
Okay.
Wear for games. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. Congratulations on that. That's a cool honor for you. Let's see here. So, did we talk about what positions that you guys play each? All right, so let's talk about positions. And I don't know soccer positions, so you're going to have to fill me in on your position and what that position does.
I'm a midfielder, so there are 3 levels of soccer, basically. You have your defense, your midfield, and your attacking. This year, we're trying to compact the middle, make it hard for people to throw the ball through our defense, so we're jam-packed in the middle of the field. So we have a lot of midfielders this year, and I do play in the midfield.
All right. Kayla's like, what do I play?
We were just moving me around during the last scrimmage, so I guess I'm a forward this year.
How about you two when you are playing?
I don't know what I'm going to be playing yet, just because since I got hurt so early in the season, I haven't really got a chance to try out positions and see what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
Last year I was midfield, and I'll more than likely be doing that again. So.
All right, awesome. Who are some of the all right? So, like schedule-wise, who are some of the tougher teams? Maybe Coach or Landon, if you got a good answer for that, go ahead.
West Branch is coming up this Friday. I think, they were top 10 last year. Really skilled team, really well coached. They're going to be tough. PCM, another really big school, about Williamsburg size. They're going to be really tough. I mean, our schedule, it has nobody easy. Okay. Nobody's going to be an easy beat, but we're going to make sure that we're a tough out no matter what.
Okay. Coach, where do you guys play your games at?
We play at the Cobra Field there at Sigourney High School, the football field.
So you kind of transform the field.
Yes.
How do you use the football field? How much of the field do you use?
We use as much as we can, and it's still not enough.
All right.
We're still a little bit short as far as regulation goes, but it's legally it works as long as we let the other teams know ahead of time, and they all know. So it's just a little bit different dimensions, but not a huge deal.
Players, whoever wants to answer, a lot of running goes into a soccer. At least it appears that way from what I've seen. Are you guys a fan of just running on the field all over the place?
No, it is a lot. It is a lot easier to pass and slowly work your way down the field than it is just to sprint all around, which is what we did a lot of last year because we weren't the best with our touch. We lost the ball a lot. We were running a lot. But this year, we've gotten a lot better. We've worked on our touch, and it's came a long way. Everybody has really came a long way.
Okay. Of course, in Sigourney, we're used to like the South Iowa Cedar League and, the districts for football. For soccer, how is it split up? Is the sickle thing, is that a thing in soccer, or do you have different teams, or how does that go?
It's a lot more confusing. We actually are not in a conference currently because of our co-ed status.
Okay.
But I would imagine in the next couple of years we'll probably get that kind of sorted out, and but it allows us a little bit more freedom when it comes to scheduling. So that part's okay with that.
Are there plans, or are there enough kids out for a boys team and a girls team, or are you getting closer to that, or is that the ultimate goal?
That's the ultimate goal. We're working towards that. We got 20 kids. Is that correct right now? Okay. I think we have more girls and boys. It's pretty split.
Okay.
It's pretty split. We would need, probably at least 17. 15, and that only gives us 4 subs. So I'd say at least 17, 18 on each before we could, before we could start really thinking about that. But obviously that's a goal in the
Okay.
long run. We definitely
Yeah.
want to have a girls team and a boys team, just because I think it they would benefit a lot.
Sure.
I know I've said a lot. We got a few girls who would be stars, in a girls league, and but they're still studs playing co-ed. So I mean, it's and that's like Landon was saying, that physicality. That's something that we really preach and
Yeah.
we really want to embrace, and I think our girls on our team have done a good job of that.
When you're playing other teams, so is it mostly boys teams that you're playing?
Mostly,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Girls, how do you feel about that, playing against the guys on the field? Go ahead.
It's fun. You're playing against someone who's ultimately better than you, so it makes you push to be at least equal to that, like the speed, the physicalities.
Yeah.
And then it's always cool when you can be one-on-ones and you're beating a guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think that it's fun for the most part. Sometimes it can get a little nerve-wracking when you're trying to like get the ball away from them and they're like almost 3 feet taller than you. It can be a little nerve-wracking, and then just trying to keep up with their speed and, like Kaylee said, physicality and everything. It can be a little nerve-wracking, but it's really fun for the most part.
All right.
Yeah, I like it personally. I think it like brings up the girls' competition when you're playing against the boys. I mean, you can be a little more shovey with them than they can with you because the refs are like, oh, we'll let that one slide, at least in my case. So, I mean, I like it. I think all the girls, if not some of them, for sure like it too. So
Yeah. Awesome. Good answer. Remind me, Coach, how long has the Sigourney Keota soccer program been around? How many years now?
Let's see. I believe it was 2021 was their first season, but it was JV. So 1, 2, 3. This would be the fourth varsity season, fifth year overall.
Okay. Well, awesome stuff. Landon, let's talk to you. Let's talk bowling right now. Landon, you went up to the state bowling meet tournament. What's the proper language there?
I'd call it a tournament. Yeah.
All right. And how did you do up there?
My first game, I bowled a 290, and then my second game wasn't as good, really low. But then my third game, I bowled a 200 something, and then I ended with a 666 for my overall score, and I placed 12th.
Nice, out of the entire state. Cool. Well, congratulations. Kaylee, I know you were a bowler. Did you make it to the state tournament? I can't remember.
No, I didn't make
All right.
it.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's good stuff. Bowling very popular here in Sigourney, and we got some great athletes. Landon, did you want to do any singing for us this time around? So I know. All right. We always ask, before a soccer meet, is that the proper term? Soccer meet, soccer game, match. Is there any locker room chatter, any singing going on in the locker room, or are there any songs that you use to get psyched up for the match?
A lot of Steve Winwood, Higher Love, of course. I don't know. What do you guys do before the games? I guess some of you, this is your first. Well, like Sophie, this is her first year.
Yeah.
I want to throw in real quick. She made it to state this year in bowling.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to give her a shout out.
How'd you do then? All right, let's switch over. We're talking bowling still.
Sorry.
Sophie, tell us.
I did okay. My first 2 games were pretty good. And then my third game, I just kind of got in my head, and then it kind of made my game not go very well. So I ended up 16th, but I am just really glad that I still got the experience to go as a sophomore, among like the other people that didn't even get the chance to go. So
See, if I forget to ask something like that, just reach out and smack me. Say, Steve, I made it too. Well, congratulations. Yeah, that's awesome. And I know, all right, so we're going to still talk bowling. I know Coach Austin was saying how you guys had the sophomore jinx. And did you finally break that, Landon?
Yeah, me and Jada Montgomery both broke it. She's a senior this year. I'm a senior this year. We both qualified together when we were sophomores, and we qualified together as seniors. So we did break the sophomore curse.
Yeah, awesome. That's great. All right, so back to pregame. How do you guys get psyched up for a game? What are you listening to? And by the way, so we got boys and girls. I'm assuming that we're in different locker rooms.
Yes.
How does that work? What's going on in the boys' locker room? What's going on in the girls' locker room?
Well, for pregame, I mean, this is my first year for soccer, but for other sports like volleyball, like I'll like have a playlist going like on the way there, and then in the locker room, it's really just like getting ready, like getting everyone pumped up, like excited for the game.
Cool. All right, and any Adele? How do you say that?
No.
Is that playing?
No Adele for soccer. No,
that's just bowling.
And the boys, we don't really need a lot of music to get hyped up. We have plenty of people on the team who are squirrely enough that gets us. Their blood's flowing all the time, so they don't need anything more to boost them up. We'll shout out to Wells Clark and Aiden Flowers. They always keep it hyped, so shout out to them.
Anything else? Have we missed anything, coaches? I know I've been kind of all over the place with this interview, but
Well, I mean, Coach Tim, you got anything else you want to add to the mix here?
Sure.
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, well, I think this year we actually have a little more of not a philosophy, but we're kind of going by the kind of roll with the punches, and we're kind of embracing being kind of the villain or like the heel in like WWE.
Oh, heck yeah.
We're kind of, we're some teams that have been around for a long time are going to be a little more skilled than us, so we're going to, like I said, with Lando and some of the other guys, we're going to embrace physicality, and maybe sometimes that will kind of make up for our little lack of skill. What we lack in skill, we make up in speed and physical play.
Little chip on your shoulder heading into
Sure,
these
yeah.
games.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Watching a lot of WWE, Coach and I.
Well, heck, let's just talk wrestling
Classic
for the rest
stuff.
of the show.
Classic stuff. It's in.
Heck
I love
yeah.
it. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any impressions, Coach?
Macho Man.
Players.
I'm not going to do an Ultimate Warrior, but at home I do. But I'm not going to do it here.
Things really got interesting all of a sudden. We could go in so many directions. Well, guys, we thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for putting up with my lousy sports interviewing skills, and for sorry for missing you in the state bowling. Well, you guys have a great season. Best of luck. And yeah, get in there with the chip on your shoulder and get some wins. So we appreciate Sigourney Keota Soccer and Coach Holt. Thanks for coming in with your new baby. I know things are busy at home. So you guys have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll take a quick break and be back with Pekin Boys Track right after this.
We're always looking for ways to improve, and we do that by embracing new and better technologies.
With each of us having our own areas of expertise, we collaborate together to give you the best care possible.
Striving to give you the best smile, we believe doing things right the first time saves you both time and money.
Steuben from Tassel Ridge Winery is a very popular light, fruity, semi-sweet rosé wine with cherry and apple aromas and just a hint of cinnamon. It offers a spicy, tangy finish and is made entirely from Steuben grapes. Steuben is perfect as an aperitif with appetizers or with spicy dishes like Mexican or Asian stir-fry. This wine is best when served well chilled. Steuben is available at Tassel Ridge Winery and at some of our more than 350 retailers in Iowa.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. Hey, you're listening and watching the sports section. We are live at Barnwired in Sigourney, Iowa. Stop in here on this Saturday for some breakfast, for some coffee, to get going on your Saturday. As promised, Coach, scooch in there just a little bit more if you don't mind. We're bringing back Coach Idle and the Pekin boys track team, and you guys have been patiently standing by in the wings for your shot here on the sports section. So let's talk track. Again, Coach Idle hanging out with us, and guys, I'll let you, if you want to split give the microphone to the back row, and we'll have a front row microphone. Front row, I'll let you introduce yourselves. Back row, we'll go with you next. So go ahead. We'll start with you.
My name is Caden Bender, and I throw shot put and discus.
I'm Nolan Glick. I'm a sprinter.
I'm Landon Crow, and I run mid-distance.
Back row.
Robert Brown. I do hurdles and then sprints as
Downtown
well.
Robert Brown.
I'm Mason Dahlstrom, and I run 8s and 4s. I'm Lane Ferris. I'm mid-distance.
All right. So, again, Pekin boys track. Yeah, we had some of you guys, of course, follow the Pekin football, so I know some of you guys from football and from basketball. So, as we mentioned earlier, you guys are a few meets into things. How have things been going for you guys so far in the first 3 track meets? Have you had 3 for the boys as well? Is it boys? All right, Coach. So straighten me out. Do boys and girls, are they on the same track meets all the time?
Most of the time.
Okay.
At Pekin, we have one team. We just say track. Boys is combined.
All right.
Three assistants, and most of our meets, except maybe 1 or 2, are all co-ed. We have a couple single ones, but this group right here I'm just going to put it out. They're going to be good.
All right.
Coaches say, well, just maybe. No, they are good right now, but they're going to get better. And one of the big things this year, we usually get a lot of people move into the district that aren't athletes. Finally, we got one from Sigourney, Landon Crow, and that's going to make us even better.
Nice. Yeah, all right, so let's talk about that. Let's pass the microphone down to Landon. Landon, I know you played some football this fall, right?
Yep.
And so now you're into track. How are things going for you at Pekin?
Oh, pretty good.
Awesome. That's a nice long answer. Thank you for that. How are you acclimating to the Pekin sports atmosphere?
Oh, I mean, it's obviously a little bit different, but it's not much.
Yeah.
They do it a little bit different, but
okay. And track, how are you fitting into the track team?
Oh, I guess there was an opening really, and I could go there. That's what I did, I guess.
Yeah, awesome. And of course, all right. So let's go to the big guy here. I can't. What's your name again? Caden. I knew that. You are our player of the week at least once in football. And what do you do for the track team?
I throw shot put and discus.
All right. So do you and Miss Hadley hang out and throw together?
I think we argue more than we throw together, but
like a brother and sister type of a situation.
Yeah, you could think of it that way. Most practices we're throwing together while everybody else is off on their own thing.
All right. And what are some of your individual goals for everybody this year?
I want to win district in both shot and disc and make the state meet.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm hoping our relays make it to state. It's always fun to take 4 guys up there instead of going by yourself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'd probably say make it to the Blue Oval and then qualify for state in our medleys.
Okay. How about the back row? What are you guys looking forward to this year?
Just relays as well. I'm also doing highs this year, so I hope I can do well in that as well. But taking shuttle hurdle back to state would be nice, and then any sprint relays we do, I hope we do well at. So.
Okay.
Hoping to go Blue Oval this year in multiple relays and make it to state. Hoping to run at the Blue Oval and make it to state.
Sounds like a good answer. All right, so for people that aren't familiar with track, Blue Oval. What is the Blue Oval? What are you talking about with the Blue Oval? Is that Drake?
Yes, that is Drake.
All right, Drake Relays. All right. Let's see here. Is there anybody here, Coach, maybe that you want to give a shout-out, or players or athletes, I should say, that's on the track team that you want to give a shout-out to?
Well, yeah, but, these guys right here, I could go through and take your whole program and tell you different things
please
about
do.
them and
Yeah.
so forth.
No, talk them up, chat them up.
I've got a good assistant, Austin Ferris. That's Lane's brother.
Okay.
And Austin ran for me. He knew he didn't warm up the best. We got him going, but now that he's here, his brother and these guys, they start warming up pretty good. He gets them going, and that's a big help. One of the things that I've always said is if you can have a good field event, a couple good field events, that's all, and some half-milers and one hurdler, you're going to have a good team. Well, we've got in Caden here the discus and the shot.
Yeah.
Hurdler and a sprinter and Robert. And Landon, Lane, and Mason, there are half-milers that can go up or down. And Nolan, the sprinter, 400, he runs, he's good at it, and the 200. So you put all that together, plus we have 2 long jumpers that have gone 1-2 in every meet this year, Will Adam and Elijah Brock. Casey Davis that ran on our state place winning team last year. Cole Milliken. Guys, I'm forgetting anybody.
Henry Adam,
that's a sophomore. This year, runs on our 4x2 team. And, we have enough guys that can sprinkle in here or there, but this right here, what I said, if you take this, plus a few of the guys I have, they're going to be good this year.
Yeah. Well, just watching Pekin football and basketball, it's obvious that you guys are a great bunch of athletes overall, so it's not surprising that it translates into a good track team. Who are some of the other teams? What's some of the top competition from maybe around the area or that you're going to be running into?
Well, Columbus Junction, Lisbon, West Hancock, Britt, Madrid, mostly out around there.
Okay.
And I was going to say that these guys, one of their goals, whether I'll just put it in their heads, we've won 42 conference championships at Pekin with boys track.
Nice.
We haven't won it in about 5 years. We've got second and third, and their goal is to go back and win it this year, and I think we can. And each meet, maybe we won't win the team championship. We did win at Davis County because, we have several firsts, seconds, and thirds. But when we put it all together, I think we'll be fine.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to think what else to ask you. I asked the girls earlier. Like shoes and stuff like that. What's some stuff that you as track athletes what do you prefer to out there on the doing track stuff? What's some equipment and different shoes and stuff like that you prefer to use?
So for my shoes, I wear throwing shoes, obviously. Okay. It's smooth bottom. It makes you go through the circle smoother and quicker.
Okay.
And then I wear a wrist strap on my wrist. It supports my hand in the shot put. And then I tape my fingers.
All right. How about you guys? What kind of stuff you like to use?
Well, all I put on is spikes.
Sure.
No socks, obviously.
All right.
Obviously makes you faster.
All right.
But I think that's about it.
Okay.
Just run.
Is that pretty much the normal for everybody else here? All right.
I'd say so.
All right, Coach. What am I missing? I know I'm asking some lousy track questions. So,
for instance, Nolan, he always some meets he has to run 3/4.
Okay.
He doesn't really like that, but one thing, if I say Nolan, you're running 4/4 or 3/4 in the meet, he'll do it.
All right.
I mean, Landon came, ran the half. Can you run the quarter in meet? He did it. Robert got second at the Central College, that big indoor meet in the, fourth, fifth, with all those teams after practicing the highs 2 nights. Well, we got 1-2 the other night, and he didn't say, no, I don't want to do it. Mason, he, runs 2 halves and a quarter, 3. He'll do it. And that's pretty hard for distance runners to do. Lane, I don't worry about him because I've got Austin, and if he doesn't want to run at Austin, Lane's not going to run. He runs, and he ran a quarter the other night and did well. And Landon, like I said, they'll run what you say. Nice. They might not. Well, they do kind of like it in the long run, so
So they're willing to do what
right.
is needed.
Yeah, and I've had good relationships with all their parents know them. They played ball. Most of them played ball for me, except and so forth. So that makes it fun too.
Yeah. We've talked about you guys being involved in other sports that we've covered here on Steve Shetler Media. Do you guys? How many of you guys play multiple sports? You guys do? Does most everybody do? Okay. Who's going to be playing like baseball this spring and summer? Any baseball? No one.
I think just me and Robert.
All right. Okay. So that's cool. Coach, what do you think should especially in small town Iowa should students and athletes be involved in multiple sports?
Do I have about an hour to talk?
You got a few minutes.
Here's the thing, and I can quote a couple things. Clint Weber and I agree on one thing. Track, you go out for track. That should be number one because it goes to the good football players, good wrestlers, baseball players. You don't have to be the best, but going out for it gets you ready for these other ones. And the more sports they go out for, the better. If it's school-related sports, we have the 4 or 5 and so forth. So no, I'm for that all the time. If you concentrate on one, that's not fun. You got to have fun, and we have fun in track. And I know that Robert and Nolan, pretty soon they'll be out batting or pitching. That's fine after their workout. And
sure,
all these guys, the more they can do, the better.
Yeah. Do we have any seniors? Who's seniors on the team here? All right. So you guys, let's get your future plans. What's going to be happening? Graduation's coming right up here pretty quick. Has the year flown by? And what are your plans for the future?
The year absolutely has flown by. Freshman year, I never believed anyone that said it went fast, but it really does. Next year, me and Robert are going to attend William Penn.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to study kinesiology and sports medicine.
How about you, Robert?
I'm doing mechanical engineering there.
All right. And are you either of you doing sports at William Penn, or is this going to be the big finale after the year's over?
If it comes along, I probably will. But
okay.
Most likely, I'll probably be done after high school.
Okay. All right. Anything else that we want to touch on, guys, before we get out of here for today?
Oh, I could. I don't know. Like I said, the thing that I like about these guys, I've had their parents. Like Nolan's mother was on my undefeated 7th grade basketball team.
All right.
She was a good athlete. Mason Dahlstrom, his aunts and uncles were good race walkers. One of them was national champion. Lane, I could go on for him. Robert, I remember him going around town in a baby buggy. Landon, I know his relation, but this is the first time I've known him, and he has a good sister that's a good athlete too, that's in 7th grade, so we can work on that.
Yeah. No, yeah, you guys got things going good at Pekin. So yeah, what's your upcoming schedule? When's your next track meet? Is there
Monday night?
Monday night.
We call it the Ruritan Relays. There's 6 boys teams, which is ideal. English Valley, Sigourney, and some of the surrounding teams.
Okay.
So we'll be ready to go for it.
And for those that aren't familiar with track, how long does the average track meet last? I know it can kind of be a marathon.
The other night we were home at Davis County. The meet was over at about 7:45. Sometimes they go till 9 or 9:15, but anymore it's nice to get them over with by about 8 or 8:30. Not a lot of teams, just go out and run, have fun, and go home and get ready for the next day.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, Pekin Boys Track, we thank you guys for getting up early for patiently hanging out here while we are talking to the other teams. But best of luck this season. Coach, always good to talk to you and get your opinions on and views on things. So you guys have a great track season. And otherwise, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Thanks to the Pekin girls who were in early. Thanks to Sigourney Kyoto Soccer who was in. And now the Pekin boys track team. So that'll do it for this sports section. Thanks for tuning in. And again, just stop into Barn Wired here in Sigourney for your coffee and your breakfast needs on this Saturday. Till next week, that'll do it for sports section here on Steve Shetler Media.
Thank you.